the entry list has got beyond the point of accept as they come in, and now they're held in abeyance. So fingers crossed, we're hoping for a full entry of 180. Andy Burton has certainly entered, Nick Elsmore has entered, Hugh Hunter, I believe. What we could do is the weather conditions of the event of 2 years ago, which was sandwiched between two lots of snow. When it was cold, sun was shining all day, and everybody was happy.
The first rally was the Wyedean in 2005. Built the car in 2004, not this one, a previous one. It was like half done when I got it, and we just put it together. It was things to do before you were 40, really, get the Wyedean done, so we did. And we had a finish. But, I built the new car, especially to do the historic rounds, because the cars are sent out earlier on the road than we normally are. Normally, with the clubmen, with the lower powered cars and the less skilled people like me, you run at the back, and if it's had sort of 150 cars over it before you get there, it can get a little rough. So the historic cars go out with the first section, and the roads are a lot smoother to drive on. It's a lot kinder to the car, and hopefully less damaging. That's the plan anyway. But the others we've done, the Somerset, the Red Dragon, another fairly local one is the Woodpecker in Ludlow. They still don't beat the Wyedean, to be honest with you, especially like this Beach House stage that we sponsor as well, my business sponsors. That's just a brilliant stage. It's what rallying's all about, that stage. You know, it's a good 11, 12 miles long, so you can really get into the swing of things, and you've got everything in there. You know, hairpins, fast sweeping bends, uphill, downhill, everything you could wish for having fun on the gravel with these cars, which are fun, of course.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is my first rally, so in at the deep end, really.
Yeah. Did you not think maybe start on something easy like a Nova or?
No, straight in there with a Land Rover. A few of the friends race Land Rovers, like Freelanders and stuff like that, so we thought we'd go with those, really.
How does it handle, like, compared to another vehicle when you're driving like that?
Quite skittish, really. Yeah. It doesn't really soak up any of the bumps. It's quite like lively, really. You hit a bump and it bounces everywhere. Yeah. So it's a bit different to a normal car.
What advantage do you have over the other cars in the track?
Seeing over hedges, that's about it, really.
And if it snows, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's another advantage. It's a little bit higher up off the ground, through the woodland stages and stuff like that. So hopefully, if it gets cut up a bit, we'll be a bit better through the woodland stages then.
It's a Volvo Amazon, 1966. I've been rallying it now for about 13 years, so it's had a fair few stages under it. It's got a 2-litre engine, about 135 brake horsepower, so not a lot like the Escorts and that, perhaps 200, 250. When the weather's not good, wet or snowy, obviously the Volvo, it doesn't matter how much power you've got, and they're built in Sweden, so they're used to the snow and that sort of stuff, so they've got good traction.
How did the last year go for you with all the snow that was there?
It was excellent. I managed to find some old tyres from the garage, some little narrow tyres to put on it, which made a lot of difference. And we were only beaten in the historics by Theo Bengry in his Opel, which had proper snow tyres on, so I was quite pleased with that. Beat all the quick Escorts and that. A lot of people that co-drive for me think it's like armchairs in there because it's a big old car. You're not sort of pressed against the cage and stuff like that. There's plenty of room in it, and it's quite comfy. It's got a lot of suspension movement, so it's quite comfy if it's rough.
Last year we finished 6th in British Championship in the end. Sort of had my first podium and 2 4th places, which in our first year for 4-wheel drive car we were quite happy with. You know, made a couple of mistakes, a couple of little crashes, but we're hoping to come back this year and be consistent and have a proper shot at the title. This event, Clarius and GMF have been kind enough to sort of to fund us and sponsor us to do this, the Wyedean. I'm running course car, so I'll be running at the front of the field as a 0 car, so our times won't actually officially count, but it means that I'm allowed to do a recce for the stages, so I'll be allowed to drive the stages on the Friday and write my own pace notes, which is good practice for me in British Rally Championship, where I have to write my own pace notes on every round.